Hey guys, I'm Rachel and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So today I'm doing a sultry navy blue eyes for you for clubbing or a date night, anything, girls night out. Yeah, if you want to see how I got this look right here, let's hop to it. Okay, so I'm gonna include a little skincare. I'm adding some moisturizer from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's a very light water gel moisturizer. It's perfect for underneath makeup. And I'm also applying a couple drops of this turmeric face milk from ColourPop skin collection on my face to give my skin some moisture before I actually go in with my makeup. Now I'm using my Angel Veil from NYX primer. This primer is like one of the nicest primers ever. This is a new tube that I have and I'm applying this all over my face. It's gonna keep your makeup in place and give you the right matte and hydration on your face. Then I'm going in, filling in the pores with some Benefit Professional just in the corners of my nose. This is where I have larger pores. So I'm gonna press that in those areas. Using my Milani eyeshadow, this is my little trick. I'm applying that on my smile lines so that it doesn't crease at the end of the day and that my foundation doesn't settle in those areas. This trick really does work. So if you have issues with foundation creasing, do that. And this is just going to help my eyelids to stay matte because I have oily eyelids. Now I'm going with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer in Chestnut, I think. I'm just applying that underneath my eyes with a brush and I'm just blending the edges so it's more diffused. I've been loving applying my makeup this way, like going in with less product. I'm using concealer only to the center of my face. Then I'm going over top with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpt Multi-Use Concealer. These names are so long these days. Every brand has some very, very long name for the product. So I'm applying that underneath my eyes and I'm blending it out with my beauty sponge. And I'm just taking the excess and apply it to my chin and my forehead. Just keeps my concealer on all day using the two concealers. Now I mix my Fiona Styles matte foundation and the luminous foundation together and I'm applying that everywhere. I really did not apply the concealer, just a light layer, and I'm pouncing that in with my beauty blender. I'm not going to go over the area where I applied my concealer. That's just my preference these days. Is the way I've been doing my makeup lately and I love the way it looks. It's light layers and I'm building that up. I don't want to have too much product on my face. Taking my stick foundation from ColourPop in Deep 197, I think, and I'm applying that in all the areas I want to contour to bring some dimension back into my face after I obliterated it with foundation and concealer. So I'm blending that out with my e.l.f. Cheek and Cream brush. And I'm pushing the product upwards and making sure it's diffused nicely into the foundation and the concealer so there's no marks of demarcation on my face. And of course, I'm getting my nose so that I can look like I had a nose job. Who doesn't want a nose job? So I did my brows and I'm going to use my NC42 powder foundation and a small NYX blending brush. It's a number 17 brush, I think. And I'm just patting that underneath my eyes. Very little products, and everywhere I apply the concealer. This just gives me a nice smoother appearance and makes my makeup last longer as well, buildable coverage. And now I'm setting that with my Huda Beauty and my Fenty Beauty powder mixed together in the areas where I get extremely oily. I'm setting that and baking the areas so that I don't produce too much oils at the end of the day. Taking my Makeup Forever powder foundation now, I'm gonna set the rest of my face with that powder foundation. It's very smooth. This is my first time using it, but it's very, very smooth and it is matte, but it still gives you a soft matte finish, which is what I like. That's why I'm not using a setting powder on the side of my face. I don't want it to be too dry. I do not like too much mattifying products on my face at the end of the day. I prefer my skin looks like my skin. So I've been shying away from the mattifying products lately. But these just makes your skin look really, really soft and nice at the end of the day. And that's what I love. Taking my favorite bronzer of all time. This bronzer, I haven't put it down since I bought it. Is my Fenty Beauty bronzer in Coconutty. and I'm setting the contour areas of my face everywhere I applied that ColourPop stick foundation, and blending it in with my e.l.f. complexion brush so that it could diffuse the color nicely. And I'm also going to apply some of that to my nose as well to give me some more definition and to set the cream that I placed on my nose before as well. Now I'm using my e.l.f. Camel Concealer, and I'm going to use this to prime my eyes for the shadows later, and I'm buffing that off with a brush, and then I'm going to set that down with very little translucent powder because I still want the base to be sort of tacky to be able to grab onto the shadows that I'm going to use later. So very little powder to set that, just to help with the blendability of the shadows later on. Taking my Morphe big ass 35A Dare to Create palette, or Dare to Wear, I don't remember the exact name, I listed it in the bottom bar. I don't think I've ever used that palette on screen before. And I'm gonna use this orange and this red shade on my Morphe M441 blending brush, and I'm gonna apply that in my transition area. I'm tapping the color on first, and then I'm blending windshield wiper motions, and then I'm going in circular motions to help diffuse the color. I've been loving using those sort of colors for transition colors lately. I just love the way it looks when you add other colors to your lid. It just gives a nice pop and makes it look like you did a lot of work, which you didn't. Now I switch my brush. I'm using the Morphe M433, and I'm going to apply this dark brown underneath the first color that I placed down. I'm using this brush to get directly in my crease, and I'm going to build it and blend it until I get the look that I want into the first transition shade. This is just going to help me to blend the other color that I'm going to place on my lids better in the end, and it's going to create more depth and definition. So I'm blending and building until I get the look that I want. Now I'm taking a shadow brush and I'm tapping on this navy blue color. This palette has names, but they don't have the names on it, so I cannot see the names. I don't have time to be searching for the names. So just look at the colors. If you have colors like that, you can recreate a look. You don't have to have that palette. So I'm just pressing that color up to my crease, and when it's almost there, I'm just lightly blending it, and I'm going in with a smaller defined blending brush to help diffuse the edges even more, so that it's more diffused and it's not as harsh, just to get really precise with the brush. This is what's going to give me the look that I want. Going back in with that first brush and just blending everything together, making sure it's smooth and diffused nicely. Then I'm going to press the powder in. I'm not going to dust it off. I'm going to press it in because I really get oily in my T-zone, and it's summer, baby. It's summer, so I want those areas to stay really matte, and those powders really do keep you matte and still makes you look smooth. I love the smoothness of the powders. Now I'm taking a flat definer brush and that same navy blue, and I'm packing it underneath my eyes and connecting it to the corners of my eyes and the outer view of my eyes. And then I'm going to use a blending brush and diffuse it so that it's not harsh. I like the look of a lower diffuse bottom lash, so I love diffusing my colors whenever I place them in the bottom of my eyes. I'm taking this icy blue on a pencil brush, and I'm going to apply that in the inner corners of my eyes and a little way underneath my eyes as well, just about a quarter way on my bottom lashes. Then I'm going to take this ColourPop gel liner. I'll list the colors in the bottom, and I'm going to line my waterline with this blue. I just love the contrast of the different blues. I felt like it really added something to the look, and I love the way it turned out. Yeah, so I changed. I'm looking like I'm ready to go party. And I'm using my favorite blush trio for the summer. Is this Sleek Blush Trio. And I mix the colors, and I'm just applying that to my cheeks, just above my contour. And I'm going to set my face. I'm using my Morphe setting spray, my favorite setting spray of all time. And I'm going to let that dry before I do anything else on my face. Now I'm priming my bottom lashes with this primer before I actually go in with my mascara. It just helps my lashes to just look longer and fuller. And I'm prepping my lashes because I am going to be going in with lashes later. I'm just using, I think it's an Essence mascara. I can't remember which one I'm using here. I'm just prepping my lashes for my lashes later. And when my lashes dry, I'm going to do my lips, multitasking. So I'm using my BFF3 lip liner from ColourPop. I'm going to line my lips with that. Then I'm going in with this Wet n Wild metallic lip. I'll list the names below. Like I said, I don't remember the names right now. And I'm going back with BFF4 lip liner. It's a darker lip just to give me more definition and more for ombre lip. And I'm using some NYX, some NYX, who says NYX anymore, gloss in the color I can't remember, in the bottom bar. Check the bottom bar and blend those two together. And I'm just cleaning the edges because I got sloppy with a concealer brush. Taking my ColourPop and Sheila Pose highlight, and I'm applying that to the tops of my cheek, the bridge of my nose, my chin, all the areas of my face to give me that glow, baby. So I applied some Adele lashes. It's the Mink 3D lashes, and that's the look. It's completed and I love it. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. So this is the completed look. It is amazing, if I do say so myself. What you guys think? Comment down below what you think. Anyway, hi, if you're new here, my name is Rachel. Welcome to the family. Please like, comment and share, subscribe, hit the bell. All that is totally necessary for me to grow here on YouTube. I know it's asking a lot, but please just do it, okay? Please, pretty please. All the products I use will be in my description box, so be sure to check that out. Please follow me on all my social media platforms. All the information will be in my description box. How to book me: I am a nail tech and a makeup artist out here in Brooklyn. Follow me on my social media, see my work. I will link another video in my end screen, and any other videos will be popping up in my iCards. You can check them out. So when you're done looking at this video, look at another video, okay? Just look at another video. Let my views increase. I see my views have been increasing here. I'm so happy. Anyway, let's continue to touch the world one face at a time. And until then, I'll see you in my next tutorial, my next video next week. Bye, guys.